Welcome to a webinar to discuss the markets for fossil and nuclear power plants worldwide, and in fact for every country of the world. And this information is published by the McIlvaine Company, and we'll go to the McIlvaine Company website. And the McIlvaineCompany.com is the website address that we'll be going to. Let's start with the news releases, because you can learn about a lot of the services that McIlvaine offers and get some free information. So you can click on coal to generate more electricity than all other fuels combined. And this is a news release that we issued in February 2011. And we are forecasting that by 2020, that coal will be generating over 2.8 million megawatts of generating capacity, we should say, rather than megawatt hours, whereas nuclear will only be 610, and the gas turbines about a little less than half the coal numbers. The coal is being the fuel of choice for many of the new power plants in Asia. And as you can see, as of even today, China has over 600,000 megawatts of coal-fired power plants in operation, whereas they only had 100,000 megawatts back in 1999. So they have grown to where they really dominate the world in terms of coal-fired power. In fact, they've got 30-some% of the entire world's generating capacity. And India is coming along at a pretty rapid rate. And in terms of the growth through 2015, despite what you hear about the global warming, in terms of projects that are ongoing, the new coal-fired power plants, by far dominate the field, and new nuclear plants, the nuclear upgrades are significant. And then the other technologies, particularly the renewable technologies, they're growing rapidly, but they're growing from a very small base. With that, let's actually go to the report that's going to help you target the markets for all the countries of the world. And it's our fossil and nuclear power generation world analysis and forecast. One of the things is to get updates, and so you can go to our latest updates here. And you can see it's very comprehensive information, which is, plant by plant all over the world. And here is what's going on in coal in the United States, and what's going on in the rest of the world, in China. And so this is all just monthly information that you're looking at. So this is just one of the number of reports that you'll get during the year. And you'll see that the Chinese information is in both Chinese and in English, and the information about the rest of the world is just in English. So this is a good way to keep up with what's going on project by project, and also what's going on in terms of the new market potential. So the growth of new coal-fired boilers and the shutdown of some of the existing ones definitely depends on this MACT regulation. And in fact, the McIlvaine Company is working with many of the associations to formulate strategies for building new coal-fired power plants with minimum impact on the environment and actually improve the environment. The coal-fired forecast, for example, you can go into the project database and the forecast database, and you can pick existing new plants if you want to see existing plants and you want to see for a particular region. Let's take NAFTA, for instance, and then just select the number of plants that would be in operation at any point in time. So you can see in NAFTA that that there's modest increases in the capacity, but you contrast that, for instance, if we take another region like East Asia, you see a different pattern, and you see very large numbers of megawatts. So you can go in by a particular country, or you can go in any number of ways. So that's very useful on the forecast. The same is basically for nuclear. So you can pick any country, and you can see, let's just see China, what's going on in the nuclear industry in China, because that's pretty active here. And you could see that China will be going from 8,000 megawatts to 62,000 megawatts through 2017. Now you also can get details on the plant, so you can go to any country such as China here and look at what's going on particular plants. So this actually was units that are already underway, and the types and the owners and so forth here, and then you can get the new projects and things too. So that these are 2004 went on 2009 and so forth. So we have some detailed information in this respect. We also have the gas turbine forecasts through by every country of the world through 2017, and we also have lots of technical information. So you can go into the our webinar format, and you can click on what's going to happen, let's say, on supercritical boilers. So you click here, and you can actually listen to or view the presentations made by Doosan, Babcock, Riley Power, Worley Parsons, and many others here. So these are certainly a great additional advantage of having this service, and CO2 capture and other subjects in here. So the coal gasification is another important possibility, and we review that with some of the world experts, CH2M Hill and ConocoPhillips and Burns and McDonnell and so forth there. So we do have the world experts participating in this, and the report also gets into some of the concepts of how we select nuclear versus coal versus the gas turbines in terms of the important event odds, what's going to happen to the price of natural gas, for instance, what's going on in the shale gas and so forth that could affect the price of natural gas, and the fact that there is a relationship between oil and gas, and you can convert gas to liquids. We're also in another report tracking all the gas to liquids plants. So your rationale, let's say, on the gas turbine forecast has to be based on the realization that there, at some point in time, if the price of natural gas is so much lower, less than 10, the ratio is less than 10 between natural gas and dollars per million BTU versus oil per barrel, then you're going to have gas to liquids plants being considered. And in fact, right now in the United States, there is a big gas to liquids plant that is being proposed. And of course, in Alaska, there's one that has been proposed for a number of years, and they're trying to get that off the ground. But again, that would tend to, all these things, to reduce that ratio between the price of gas and oil. Well, thank you for taking the time to listen to this discussion of the nuclear and coal gas turbine forecast that we are updating on a continuing basis. The numbers all keep changing, and we have these monthly updates. We look forward to answering any questions you have about this service. Thank you.